ass in my pants. I mean, well, button my pants is what I've been using. Ass in my pants is what I really call myself online. I think I'm just going to start going as Ass in My Pants. I might actually migrate to the Ass in My Pants YouTube channel. Forget this button in my pants garbage. Yeah. I stopped the Stellaris videos because Federation came out and actually ruined the game. I couldn't continue on, which I guess whatever, it isn't a big deal. And I started immediately looking to see which mods I would use with Federation, and I just kept running into glitches over and over again. So during the time frame that I was going to wait for the mods to catch up, I started Rimworld again, and yeah, now all of a sudden I've realized, why haven't I just been recording it? So here we are. I'm about to record some Rimworld for you guys, and let's see how that goes. Anyways, I'm going to be playing it a little different. I've been watching another guy online, which is total time waster, I believe. Here, let me look that up quickly. He's fantastic. A lot of fun to watch. He's I'm watching his Rimworld Raider Empire right now. Fantastic. Total time waster. Absolutely fantastic. You guys should watch it. I'll see if I could set up a link or something on here. Yeah, extremely entertaining. Love it. And hopefully none of his antics bleed into my stuff. I don't want to copy, but I have been watching that religiously for a while, so if I do, I apologize. But I'll try my best to just keep this genuine. Anyways, where were we? So what we'll be doing, I did take quite a bit of mods from the Raider Empire, but we'll be doing something a little different. Mods that I'll be running. I want to do tech advancing, although I don't know if we'll actually use it in this one. I was thinking about it, but that will make the game very, very difficult. And I'm not fantastic at this game, to be honest with you. I'm using Dinosauria, lots of dinosaurs. I love it. Grazing lands. Yes, some people say it's cheating, but I don't think so. When you eat the grass, I don't eat the grass. When the animals eat the grass doesn't potentially disappear forever. Anyways, I have the royalty. I don't know if we'll actually do it, but it does create extra storylines. Common sense. What is this one again? Supposedly it adds common sense to the pawns. I don't know if it really does. I've been fighting with them with all my test runs, but whatever. Void friendly fire, because I do like friendly fire on. It adds a bit of difficulty to the game, so that you have to watch what you're doing, and it's not just constant run and gun. Camera plus, I like zooming in. Better vanilla masking. As you can see the difference, it's slight, but it's there. Giddy up, I like mounts, although with mine you'll notice that the legs are on my guys. I put in a mod or an aesthetic that adds feet to my pawns, and I haven't been able to figure out where it is. Then again, I haven't really looked. It doesn't bother me so much. If it really bothers you guys, I can get rid of it. But yeah, it hasn't been a problem for me, other than it looks like they're running on top of the animals. You can't tell if they're running. Well, you can, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see. If you don't like it, tell me. We'll get rid of it. Megafauna. We're gonna get some big animals here and there. I love almost all of the Rimsinal stuff. Security, Federation, Feral Faction, Enhanced Vanilla, and Rim Hair. Love them all. There's a few other things too that I didn't add. I can't remember which ones, but Those are the ones that I added. Miscellaneous robots. These are great. I love the hauling robot. Love the cleaning bot. You can't make these. You have to buy them, and they're quite expensive when you do buy them, unless you can find them on sale. But they're so good. I mean, it takes care of a lot of the hauling and cleaning garbage that your pawns don't want to do, obviously. Snap out. When your pawn goes nuts, it gives another pawn the ability to say, hey, calm down, buddy. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Research Pal just makes everything smoother. Filth vanishes with rain. I never understood why the rain couldn't clean that stuff up. This makes absolute sense. I always wish for it to rain after huge battles. Run and gun. Gotta go run and gun. You can't play it without run and gun anymore. At least I can't. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Embrasures. Gotta have embrasures. Embrasures make sense. P Music. This adds 25 new fan-made songs. I no longer find them as fan-made. I love them so much. I think they're part of them. Thank you, Pepsin. Fantastic music. I love it. Oh, and Space Cat Tommy. Sorry. Share the load. Just means everybody puts into one thing, into a construct. So therefore, or a blueprint. So therefore, it fills it up faster. And it doesn't mean that they're going to build it, but they'll drop off the materials. That's what that hauler bot does too. It actually hauls it to each point that needs the material as well. It's great. It's not overpowered either. It's just a constant hauler that doesn't get angry. Work tab is amazing. I love the work tab, although I don't use it always. In some cases I do. When I have a larger group and I start getting pawns that just don't do anything for me, I usually set them to strictly construction and fixing things. So they technically just, after a battle, you'll see them fixing everything. It's wonderful. So that means my actual working pawns, the ones that have higher levels, can do what they're supposed to do instead of being backlogged with fixing and cleaning and hauling. Anyways, heat map. I like to see what's warm and what's not, and what's cold. Defensive positions. Pretty cool. I don't think I've used it yet. Maybe once a long time ago, but I haven't used it yet recently. Animals logic. What's this? Changes something about the logic with the animals. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever. It's there. Potentially something. Oh, animals can own beds. I think that's why I got it, because I like placing the animals where I wanted them. Simple sidearms. Everybody needs a sidearm. Why would you just carry one weapon? Replace stuff. That's so cool. I love this. You basically just replace one material with a different material, and you just cover it, and it's done. Blueprints. It's pretty good. Sometimes it screws up, but sometimes it doesn't. But when it works great. Wall lights. You gotta have wall lights. Those stupid light bulbs sitting in the middle, I don't care for that. The wall lights makes it very, very nice and classy. Allow tool. This changes the tools at the bottom. You can right click it and extra orders come up. Some forms of it I don't care for it, because I kind of feel like it's cheating, but at the same time then you're micromanaging. So it's either get rid of the micromanagement and cheat a little bit. For example, if you get to an ore, if you right click and you can choose the entire ore, all the ore of that specific type connected to that, and it'll automatically flash it, the entire thing, so you don't actually have to sit there and look for it. You know exactly how much is coming, so you can kind of expect the amount of, say, steel or compact machinery that you're going to be getting. And to me that seems a little cheatish, but whatever. I mean, at the same time, you don't have to deal with figuring out where it is and mining it out piece by piece. So, whatever. Devil you know. Anyways, rim HUD makes things much cleaner. Very nice. Realistic rooms. Yes, people don't need rooms that are enormous. If you look at most general population, they don't have enormous rooms. They have smaller rooms. So this fixes that a little bit. Interaction bubbles. Some of those are really funny. RT fuse. Yes, I can't stand the zap thing. And this still makes the zap event kind of annoying because it empties out your cells, even if you have more than one set of cells on a thing. But whatever. At least it's not blowing everything up. Hospitality. I don't know if I've used this. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Anyways, it's there. Facial stuff. I like facial hair. Prepare carefully. I have this for... I rarely use prepare carefully. I like the randomness of everything, and then we're going to be playing with somewhat randomness. This one will be a little bit different, you'll see, because it's probably going to be a little more difficult than most of the games that I've played. But prepare carefully is nice if you have a story that you're setting up specifically. In the case that I'm doing here, I'm going to be using, well, you'll see, it's something that has to do with it. It's called Reunion. Anyways, then we have Rim Cities. They're beautiful. Very, very, very difficult, though. Hard to live, hard to work in. Real Ruins, what you would expect in a Rimworld. Constantly people coming down and failing, including your past attempts. That would be really cool if you could leave past attempts and find them again, but that's not going to happen. Roads of the Rim. I like the roads. I like to be able to build them. I have never built them, I'll be honest. Skilled stone cutting. What does this do? Make stone cutting, give crafting skill. Yes. Why would you not get better at something? That doesn't make any sense while you're doing it. Apparello 2. Fashion. Interesting. I didn't know I had this. But that's good. Better mod mismatch window. That's for me. Area unlocker. What is this? Removes the arbitrary limit to the number. Oh, you can change. This is just adding extra areas. I can add more areas without. I didn't realize that it was locked. I guess I must have realized at one point. Ugh, you got me. When there is friendly fighting. So, if one person becomes a belligerent idiot and another person playing warden wants to calm them down, they don't end up killing each other, right? So, well, except for the ones that are bloodlust. And the masochists, because they'll ignore the pain and they'll keep fighting. But the others, the regular pawns, will eventually go, oh my god, that was too much, and both pawns will head off to wrap up their wounds, sit in the medic for about 5-10 minutes, and then come back to work. Wild animal sex. Why, if our pawns get to have sex, why not the animals? It doesn't do anything. Well, they mate and give birth. I think that's part of the other one, but it doesn't actually show them mating. This doesn't show them mating. It just puts hearts around it, so don't expect something horrific. Friendlies fight fire. Always bothered me. There's a massive fire raging. There's a caravan sitting there with a bunch of people just lounging around. In fact, you still get that, but some of them actually fight fires. It's much better. Realistic planets. I like this. I like the way that it's built. I love them. The way that this is made. Thank you very much for this mod. It is very, very well done. Psychology. Oh, this adds some positives and negatives. It's I don't like playing without this anymore, because otherwise then it just feels like you're playing with empty shells running around. This gives the pawns, it really makes them a little more, not realistic. They are harder to manage, though. To be honest with you, you'll get one where a person walks in and says, "Hey, good morning," and the other person takes it the wrong way, and they get into a massive fight right there and then. It's just pretty funny, but usually tends to happen right before a raid, or right when you need them for something. Anyways, jobs of opportunity. Please pick shit up on the way. Yes, I'm not going to edit this stuff out anymore. If it comes up, it comes up. Whatever. Anyways, pick shit up on the way to where you're going. That's very good. It doesn't always seem to work in some cases, which is weird. I haven't figured out why. Another one I would like, and I'm still looking for, is to find a mod that includes inventory on the pawn as inventory, and then you won't get that message of cannot build because there's no inventory. Yes, there's inventory, it's just somewhere on a pawn. Although there's something like that, I think, that creates issues of pawns standing around. Hopefully we don't run into that. Anyways, priority treatment. I've got this here. It doesn't always work. I usually have to. They still go to bed. I don't know. I don't know if it works or if it doesn't, or if it's better than it was, or if it's the same. But anyways, medieval times. I love the weapons. I haven't really used the. Maybe we'll do it this time. I haven't really used the production stuff or the traps, but we maybe we'll use it this round. I don't know. Perhaps. I don't think so, because we're technically not starting at a lesser level. We're starting at a higher technological level than medieval. This might be for another round. But I love all the aesthetics, all the stuff that's made in it, and I like the fact that you have medieval societies that will come attack you, which once in a while they use guns too, but most of the time they have these barbaric medieval weapons, not barbaric. Various space chunks, because not just one piece of the ship will always come down. This is very cool. They're very well made. Color mood bar, so you know who's pissy and who's not. In some cases you kind of don't see it, but you still have the outline, so it should show it up. Death rattle. What is it again? They no longer instantly die when their vital capacities reach 0. If one of your colonists has their liver destroyed by a charge lance, for instance, they will become severely ill, and you'll have a short window to get them a new liver. So you have a chance to save them. And this works too for prisoners. You have a chance to actually save the prisoner before they're completely dead. If their liver's getting blown away, just let them die. It's too much hassle. But the one thing that I like, if it's your own characters and something terrible happens, let's say you just happen to have a cryo casket, I can't remember what it's called, but you take them and you throw them in the casket, and then you wait till you get a liver, and then you can save them, right? That's what I like about this. It's not just instant death where you have to find a, what is it? Not a reincarnation, that serum that brings them back to life. Whatever. I've never used that either. I don't think. Usually in these, I don't get incredibly far because I die. But we'll see. Maybe this will be different. Smart speed. It works and it doesn't. It might be subject to your computer. Basically, what you have another 4 time. So you have the slow speed. Slow speed? I didn't know you could do slow speed. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll have to do that for gunfights. Normal speed, fast, half, which is half the current speed. Ignore force event speed. Okay. Anyways, you can have the ultra speed, which is meant for not modding, the other one. Anyways, much faster. It's good. Sparkling Worlds. You get some of the stuff from Sparkling World from not Sparkling Worlds, from Glitter World. You know, lots of stuff from Glitter World. It's very good. I like it. Dynamic diplomacy. So the NPC factions actually fight against each other. It adds some life to the factions. They're not just constantly out to get you. Pick up in Hall, I have that as well. Maybe that's a problem. These two could be conflicting. I don't know. Perhaps. Seem to be working. Beer is all right. This, I like. It was made by the Goofy one. And here, see, I was playing a game with tons of beer and set my colonists to have 3 a day to see the effect. In 2 months, half my people had cirrhosis. Kind of overkill. I agree. That's hilarious. So he made this mod where beer isn't as severe. So that's what I like to do in mine, is I give my guys at least 1 beer a day. 3, whatever. If it's available, it's available. But 1 beer for sure a day. That's their limitations. But anyways. Invisible conduits, absolutely. Who wants to see this running through the middle of the room? Even though this happens, I tend to go around. Just habit to keep it in the walls, but I may actually try doing this instead. One of the reasons I don't like doing this is if you get one of those zzzt things happening, it could burn your place down. Although I don't think it causes fires. Maybe it does. I can't remember. No, it causes explosions. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Nature's beautiful. Very pretty. Makes things beautiful, pretty sure. Yeah. Vanilla events expanded. So we got more vanilla events, or longer vanilla events, I think. One or the other. Powered floor panel. This thing I love. Some people might call it cheating, but you have little panels that make you move faster. You put them on the ground and they allow you to propel from one place to another. It's something I like. Will you be using it? Some of you may say that is cheating. Okay, but I'm using it as part of my thing so that I can make bigger bases with less pawns. Names galore, adds names. Weapons condition matters. This mod I like very much. If you have a normal assault rifle versus a normal assault rifle that's at 10%, it will change it. It'll make it harder. See, the range is decreased. The DPS, all the DPS is reduced. All the accuracy is reduced. Makes sense. You're using a subpar weapon, so obviously it needs to be repaired or switched out, replaced. Pep in your step. A person who is down is going to be moving slower than a person who is happy. That's the way that it's stating it, but then again, a person who is happy might actually be yapping to people on the way. Who knows? The whole point is, I know for a fact that people who are happier generally have more of a pep, more of a walk. Pep in your step, whatever. Petition for provisions. Oh, you know when they get you to go all... another faction tells you, hey, I need 50 parkas made out of blue fur. And you have to have it by this time. Okay. This allows you to do that to them. So you ask for what you need, and you have to promise them. I think it's just money you can promise them. I don't know if you can actually. Maybe you can promise them other items, but you have to have those items once they get to your base. Otherwise, I think it might cause a fight. They might actually get angry with you and attack you. I know it'll obviously make them angry and make your relations with them negative, but yeah, I've never tried that. Anyways, that's I like, because you send it to them. You do need to have the orbital communication thing. I can't remember what it's called. Satellite communication. Anyways, then you can send for stuff. YAYO's combat, wonderful. It changes quite a few things for realistic combat. Of course, this is realism though, right? This is exactly how it is in real life. I'm just kidding. That's not how it is. But yes, very good. I enjoy it very much. Realistic human sounds. Some of it's kind of funny. At first, it used to be all male sounds. Now, there's female sounds in it. It's actually quite good. It adds something to the game that wasn't there before that I didn't realize that I wanted. More visible pause. This is just for me, so I don't sit there with the game paused for 10 minutes yapping like I've done before and piss everyone off, including myself. Rimworld farming. This is kind of a cheat, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it. I will only be using it for farming specifically. So we'll see. We'll see what we decide. If any of you, yeah, we're gonna use it anyways, but because it takes time to create this anyways, and it's at a cost. I mean, once you have it, it really makes things better, right? So normal soil is at 100%. The tilled soil first phase is 120. Rich soil is required cultivated has 180 fertility. Wow. What? I didn't know that. Anyways, I can see why they think it's a little overpowered. I don't know how far we'll go. Maybe we'll just keep it at the primary, the tilled soil, and we won't use cultivated soil because that seems a little too high. Anyways, but we are using it because creating it actually has quite a cost to it. It's not as free. It's not just walking up and tilling the soil. Anyways, better vents. I like the vents like that. They look nice. Metal doesn't burn. Of course not. Why would it? Simple effects. Smoke changes things in the game. It adds things. More emitters. That's all it is. Suppression. This is fantastic. It really makes things painful to watch at times. When you have the upper hand, you have the upper hand. When you have the lower hand, you're probably going to watch your guys hide behind rocks and die because they won't move. Then again, I usually control my pawns, but yeah. But yes, everybody wants to hide behind something, including your enemy. So that's I really enjoy. And they will stay there and they'll remain there. They don't just want to run out and attack you. They will actually be, the moment they feel suppressed, they will stay there and they will, it makes the fight more realistic. Solar flares, stun mechanoids, yes please, because why would a solar flare happen where it leaves your base basically undefended and these mechanoids keep running around causing chaos for nothing. Coastlines, I love coastlines. We are going to be picking a peninsula no matter what. With the game that we're playing for reasons, you'll see. Bad can be good. Your bad traits come with positive flavors. Or flavor, I've read it there. Positive, there's positive that comes out of, it's a rebalancing the bad traits. They're not just bad. I'll show you later. I'm sure we'll get some. Open the windows. So you can open the windows now, and well, you can actually add windows now, and it actually allows for the opening for air, opening for to be able to visually see outside. Although I didn't seem to catch that in the last run that I did with this when I did build a window, but we'll see. Maybe it will work better this time around. Who knows? Very nice. Rumor has it, I love this. This adds, you know, that person at work that's constantly running around making shit up? Yeah, that's what it adds in this. I can't stand those people, but it sure makes things more interesting. Positives and negatives. Drama. Not severe drama, but it adds enough drama. It might mean nothing from the beginning for us, but it might change things later on. Draw a bead. It scales the aim time, so your shooting skill actually allows you to draw a bead quicker. So the better your shooting skill, the quicker you draw your bead. That makes sense to me. I mean, why would you shoot just as fast as the other guy when you're drawing a bead, when technically you have a better skill than they do, or the other guy? You know what I mean. I'm not going to explain. Vanilla fishing, I like it. I used to use the other fishing one. I tried using them both. You can, I think, but it's just weird. Just too much fishing. But this one is very nice. This one is very complete. You can actually get, I think it works with boats as well. Pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. But you can build boats and use them almost like caravans to go along the coastline. Very cool. I don't know if you can go over the ocean. But anyways, you can travel on the water. On the world map. I think you can still, I don't know if you can travel with the boats on, I've never made one yet. We'll have to figure it out. Because then we can use this to save ourselves when there's a raid and we're screwed. We can just sit in the water and wait for them to go away, or shoot them from the boats while they're on the shoreline. I don't know if that would be cheating or not. Anyways, vanilla animals. I love animals. More animals, please. More animals. More YAYO's combat. It changes a few things. Gorgeous combat animation. Powerful armor algorithm. If I'm correct, this actually makes it so that the big combat suit is more bulletproof. So when those jerks arrive, and if I don't have anti-armor, I'm dead. Or potentially vice versa, same thing. But yeah, combat animation is fantastic too. Faster bullet speed is wonderful. More animals. Gunplay. This adds more cinematic. What the heck is that? Cinematic effects to the ranged weapons. You'll see. If I don't even notice it anymore because it's like it's supposed to be there in the first place. Animals. Reunion. This is the thing I was talking about. So in our case, we're probably gonna pick 5 different people. Oh, I didn't actually get that ready. Yeah. Anyways, we're picking 5 people, and we're only going to play with 1, and the other 4 are going to come in afterwards. We might be able to get them in events. Maybe I should. Yeah, it'll be 5 people because we could do 10, but I'm also using elites for the reason of, well, you'll see why I'm going to use it. It's just going to make it a little potentially better. There's other rules that I'm going to be adding too. We'll talk about that after. Anyways, 4 other people will have the chance to join. Specific ones, those are the ones we'll want them to come back for sure. Anyways, beauty and ugly. I like that one. Beautiful bodies. Oh, nudity. Realistic starvation. They don't just die when they starve. Now, they become it's realism for starvation. Still awful, and they actually become very beat. But once your hunger level goes down, you're not down completely, right? See here, you can pause it and read that. You'll see what I mean. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, read. Deep storage. Very good mod. I like the storage examples. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't store enough, but whatever. It's good. I could always get another mod to make the stacks bigger, but we're going to keep it like this so that storage becomes an issue, because it's almost like another game in itself to maintain your storage in some sort of an order. I am not 100% OCD with my storage, but if I could, I would keep it very organized, but I usually run out of time. Cremate, auto strip, I can't stand it when something, that hauler bot once in a while will actually toss the body right in for you, which is funny, and then all of a sudden all your loot is gone. Yeah, that sucks. So this auto strips it, even though in this case some of the loot you can't get rid of, you actually have to leave it out in an open area so that it deteriorates and destroys, which is annoying, but that's some issue with combat and medieval, I believe. Yeah, something weird there, but whatever, it hasn't been fixed, so therefore you can't actually get rid of the clothing. This is many miscellaneous modifications. It's just bug fixes and stuff. If you leave your pawns, they undraft themselves. I've never tried that. I don't want to. Use bedrolls. Bedrolls are used from the inventory when a pawn needs to rest but can't find a bed. He'll place a bedroll from his inventory, so you can actually set a bedroll in inventory, in their inventory, and they'll actually pull it out and just sleep, which is way better than just falling asleep absolutely anywhere. These ships expanded, I've never ever used them yet because I usually die beforehand. I think I've started getting them, like getting the technology for them. The other ship, not the, but yeah, they look neat. Hopefully we get to use them. Set up camp. This is for caravan managing needs. You can now set up camp anywhere. Customize the possible size of the camp. Oh, I didn't know that. Duration you are allowed to stay. Time the tile is blocked after abandoning a camp, and turn events on. Really? Very cool. Oh, anyways, very, very neat. More batteries. Added extra batteries. They are quite expensive, so this adds more batteries. Mechanite Forge, really expensive to get to, but potentially we could get really good characters or pawns at the end of the game if we get there. We'll see. Build from inventory. Construction will use things in your colonist or pack animals inventory. This works and it doesn't work. Like I said before, your inventory does not account for your main inventory. So at times, if your pawn is holding inventory, say it's 30 steel, and you only have 2 steel, it will tell you that you cannot build the blueprint because this pawn has all the steel, which is very annoying. So then you have to search for which pawn has the steel, make them drop it, and then click that. So there's a different set of micromanagement with this, but I mean, whatever. It is nice for them to, instead of having this on, run all the way there, run all the way back. Although sometimes I don't know if they actually build from the inventory anyways. I've noticed that they need to run and come back anyways. Maybe on other things, maybe like food. Anyways, meals on wheels. Collins grab meals from animals. I can't remember if I've used this or not before. Anyways, water mill generators, solar panels, geothermal generators, chem fuel generators, and wood fire generators, and wind turbines. These add extra tiers. They're very overpowered, but it's quite expensive to get. So, yeah, anyways. It's for later. Yeah, anyways. More trade ships. That's always great. Let's trade. Let's trade adds more variety to the traders, so there'll be different kinds of traders. Animal gear, so you can you can bling out your animals and they don't die as easily, I guess. Go explore adds new storylines. I don't know if I've actually gone to any of those yet. We'll see. Growable grass allows you to plant grass. I don't plan on using this with tilling, so I will not be tilling and planting grass, because that's just dumb. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you plant grass? Why would you till and then plant grass? You're going to till and you're going to put something else in. Even if it's for your animals, you're not going to plant grass. I don't know. You're going to leave the land and let it grow. You're not going to... I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, I don't think we'll be doing that. Simple turrets. I have two sets of different turrets, and one of them actually is not even worth it, I found. Anyways, this adds a bunch of simple turrets. Loading in progress. You can still load stuff when your caravan is on its way, even though it's on its way. You not just have to unload everything just to reload everything. Expanded roofing. I've never used a solar energy. I like this one because you get to break down the thick mountain areas so that you can actually live there instead of living in caves. And yeah, it makes your people a little happier. So if you have a half a mountain map, you can actually end up populating the whole thing eventually. It does take quite a while anyways, but yeah, you can get there. Extended turrets. These are the ones I believe I use, and the other ones I don't. Anyways, they'll both be there. They don't conflict. Just one is more expensive and unnecessary. And it actually is inferior to the other. I can't remember which one is which, but it doesn't matter. Pawn target fix. Yes, please. Now your pawns attack the ones that are close. They don't just randomly attack whoever they feel like. This makes way more sense. So don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes, obviously. Accurate mortars. I like this better. It is decreased from 13 to 5. They're also a cooldown from 28 to 20. Could be overkill, maybe. We'll see. If that happens, we'll see if we could find something else. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try not to have it track when I'm using this. So if I set a point, we can make a rule where if you set a point before the marker hits 10, that's the point where it stays. We don't change that point. We could do that way. That's a possibility. So that way you have to lead your target and you don't have the AI lead it for you or follow it. Yeah. Anyways, actually, even if you are leading it, I mean, you would have to lead it. The AI can't lead your target. It would fire in the spot that is dropping on it. So that's kind of fair. This is to bombard on placements. It's not to bombard. It's not just to shoot at absolutely everything. This is mostly for preemptive siege breaker. Anyways, colony manager. It's good and it's not. Some things are good, some things are not. Maybe it's because I can't figure it out 100%, but for the most part it's good. I like quite a few of the things in it. It seems... I don't know if this is the one that causes the issues, though. It might actually be the game in itself, something in the game in itself, in the mods in itself, that is causing this standing problem. You know, my pawns will sometimes just stand around. Auto seller, never got a chance to use it yet. I just added it recently because it seems like a great idea. Mercenaries for me, love mercenaries. Adds the ability for the other factions to send mercenaries against you as well. So that's very cool. Faction control, very nice. You get to set up the factions and how many. We're going to be using this, and it's going to be quite the game load in the beginning for very good reason. You'll see. Centralized climate control. I used to use another mod for this. I haven't used this one yet, but it looks fantastic. So I've swapped it out, and you will watch me learn how to use it and probably get very angry at it before I realize how good it is, and it looks wonderful. Anyways, desired paths. This I like. So you have to, how do I explain it? Wherever your pawns walk, it's going to create a path, no matter what. It's going to create a path walking across there, walking across wherever. If you're just letting them walk wherever the heck, all willy-nilly, it's going to create paths where you don't want them. For example, if you have crops all in the open, and on one side you have your base, and on the other side you have emplacements or an area where you defend. If you constantly get your pawns to run across those crops, they are going to ruin the crops. It will destroy, there will be a path through it. So now you have to actually set it up somehow so that those pawns don't cross. You'll have to be, what I found is I create, what do you call it? Barriers. So fences around the crops now. No openings. So you have to go to the crops from one certain side, and that's it. So therefore it reduces the ability to be able to go through the crops, and it doesn't create this. But this adds some realism. You're not going to be tromping around your crops when just to get to the other side of it. Crops, the word crops is starting to sound funny right now. I think I've used it too much. Anyways, very good mod. Faction Manager, I believe it allows us to be able to continue creating more colonies. This I would really like. You can have more than 5 colonies. You can conquer the world map if you want. Oh, maybe that's what we'll do. Perhaps. We'll see. Anyways. Turn it on off. Says it's unstable. I just realized that. This makes many electrical machines use minimum possible power, 1 watt, when not in use. In addition, many electrical machines from other mods should behave the same way. That's exactly how it should be, because technically, if you're done with something, you shut it off. It's usually sitting on standby, if anything. So why do you always have to manually tell these pawns to shut everything off? It should shut off automatically. So in this case, it's kind of giving it a 1 watt when it is not being used, and then full wattage when it is. I think, now that it says unstable, I'm wondering if it still does that. We'll have to look into that. More quests, of course it means more quests. And stabilize here. You can actually, this was another one of the things, what was it? Something to do with something up here. I can't quite recall. But this gives you the ability to stabilize a pawn when they're dying right there and then. Not this pawn, this pawn. See? So you can stabilize them, and once they're stable, then you can take them back and heal them. The healing is subpar. It's going to reduce it about 40 to 50% of what your ability is. So you may end up killing them anyways by stabilizing them. But if they have less than an hour and you're quite a ways away from your base, you have the ability to save that pawn and then deal with the potential of infection later and crappy healing or whatever, right? I like this. There's a few other ones here. Puppeteer I wouldn't mind, but we'll see how that goes. That actually would allow, if I went on Twitch, for you guys to control one of the pawns each, which would be really cool. I don't know if that works yet. I had it on for a while, and it does cause some glitches when you go to a different part of the world. Stuttering screens and flashing lights. But very cool idea. I'm watching it. Here's that tier 2 temperature. I used to have that. I don't have that anymore. Here's a fishing. Oh, fog of war. We are going to use real fog of war. What it does, it creates the inability to see your map. I'm going to keep this until I get a sniper weapon. At that point, basically my fog of war, I can shoot further than what my fog of war states. So once I start shooting past that fog of war, then we're going to get rid of it. But in the beginning, it makes sense to me. You can't see what you're looking at. So it is going to make it more interesting, because we're actually going to have to go looking around to see what we have instead of knowing everything on your map immediately. This makes more sense. I wish it would actually range based on your weapon more than based on your actual person's visual point, because if you have a sniper gun, it's going to automatically start shooting at stuff over here, even if your person can't see it, which makes no sense to me, especially since yeah, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, real fog of war extended. You can get cameras and stuff to actually see into areas. I was once again using it before, but you can't shut this off and keep that. It doesn't make any sense. Why would? And the other thing too is your I think your turrets can see as well. So whatever, we'll just use the one. Makes more sense. Rimworld Storyteller Pack, very, very well done. I like all the options, but I never use them. I usually, well, we'll get to that. Anyways, those are the mods. Let's begin. Oh, okay, we're going to pause recording because now it's going to reset. Okay, we're back. Let's finish setup. Anyways, going to be starting a new colony, and what we're going to be doing is just a slight change of Naked Brutality. We are doing a custom that I've made called Elite Naked Brutality, and the only thing that's different with Elite Naked Brutality is that your character is elite. You're going to have 5 characters that are elite. 4 of them will not be part of it. So basically it states right here, you and 4 friends went to a party and got super fucked up. Now you've woken in a drop pod crashing into a distant planet. Haha, great joke, you guys got me. You're naked, alone, totally unprepared. Can you survive? It says, warning, there is nothing fair about this scenario. It is extremely difficult and death can happen for any reason. Not only that, we're going to be doing this with Randy. Yeah, so that's why they're elite, and that's why a few of the other things that seem overpowered, if we can get to those overpowered things, fantastic. I have a feeling we might die and go through this process again. I will be cutting quickly to the next phase every time. I don't know if we should create the same characters each time or not. Well, we'll see. If this goes well, we might not even have to. Anyways, that's, if you want to check it out, Scenario Editor. All I did was add elite colonists. Otherwise, this is exactly the same. Oh, and starting people 1 from 10. I guess that really doesn't matter. It should technically be 1 from 5, because you're going to be seeing the other 4 anyways. Yeah, naked chance, 100%. Let's save that, overwrite, And yeah, where is it? That's the one. So literally nothing. Okay, let's continue. Like I said, Randy. I usually play with Cassandra or Randy. I like Randy, but this is what I usually play in. The only time that I've ever made it anywhere is where I play with Cassandra. Randy kicks my ass all the time, so we're going to keep it on medium with Randy. We're going to do commitment mode because I don't believe in going back and changing stuff. If for whatever reason a mod screws us over, oh well, that's what happens. Mods screw up and you have to continue on with whatever you've been given. We'll say it was a world event, some odd thing like what's going on right now. I hope all of you are okay, by the way, with this whole coronavirus garbage. It's horrible. Yeah, I hope everyone finds themselves well. Anyways, let's continue. So, no merciless mode. That's insane. Next, we are going to be using... let's add WTF for our seed. And we are going to cover 100% of the planet. Yes, I know, warning, blah, blah, blah. But there is a speed factor. We're also doing a jungle planet. That's going to make it easier to find a place and harder to move around. I don't know. I like jungle planets, especially some of the things. Faction control, we are... What's this? Nation B. Very tight. The way that the factions build their nations are very tight. They're just right together. So this is going to be a big planet. It's going to be considered a huge planet. And the density will be... See, faction bases density is very low, very few bases. You get to a certain point, and technically it's insanely high. Rimworlds aren't supposed to have that many people. This is a Rimworld that is on the edge of becoming not a Rimworld, an actual planet with diverse populations and everything else. Right now, they will definitely have diverse populations. They're going to have a total of 100 factions appearing around the world. So their populations are fractured. Their factions are fractured. They're still warring against each other, but they're just on the edge of becoming an actual world that can be classified as livable and planetary. They have so much other stuff here that you can add. It's really fantastic. We're going to leave everything else exactly the same. We're not going to add anything, but we'll keep it at that. Like I said, it's going to be hard enough already. Who knows if we even get to it. Let's see. No random planet. Jungle planet. And we're going to generate. So here comes the pause. And we're back. I didn't mean pause. I just realized that. I meant fast forward. Anyways, here we go. Nice big world. This first episode, we're going to do it until it actually drops the drop pad, and then we're going to stop because it's already probably ridiculously long. Sorry about that. I know my first ones are always stupid long. I had to get through all those mods. What I usually do is select a random... Oh, advanced. I like to have large cells. Not the biggest one, the second biggest one. And then it's nice. Still playable, but I don't know. The big ones are huge. They're enormous. It's they're wonderful, yet at the same time, Do we want the biggest one? It's only 325. It's not much of a difference. May as well. Okay, biggest one. Anyways, what were we doing? Oh yes, I select a random site, and what I want to find. In this case, since I'm going to be naked, I wouldn't mind jungle, not temperate. And this is kind of crappy for a jungle world. So we'll start here. And we start, what I would love is a jungle corner or coastal with a main road and a river. That would be wonderful. But the possibility of that is pretty slim, and I don't want it near mountains really. Well, I guess if there's a road it doesn't really matter if there's mountains or not, but that, and not near these guys. These guys seem to end up, and also peninsula. So we may fast forward while I look for this crap. You can watch me as I fast forward. Yeah, let's fast forward. Okay, well, we found a peninsula, but it's not exactly what we wanted. Maybe... I'll keep looking quickly. I'll go back to fast forward. Looks like that's the place. Okay, so we have found it. This is the closest we can get. Not what I wanted, but it is very difficult to find all three things together. Main road, not the regular brown roads, an actual highway. River, mouth of a river against the coastline, and peninsula. All those things put together are not easy to find. And yeah, I think that's going to be it, because I don't see any other roads. I've become lucky once, and technically it doesn't really matter, because the road generally, I've had one road once in a peninsula run right through the whole map, going out the other side right into the water, which was kind of funny. And then I've had another road, the last one that I did, where it had a peninsula, it had the river running through it, and on the side it had the road, but the road wasn't really that great. Oh, here's another one, but I don't want to lose the one that I have. No, this isn't. No. Okay, we're going to take the one that we have, and we're going to continue on. Now, characters, they're all elite, so they're fantastic, ridiculous characters. We're going to go to prepare carefully so that we can set up this game a little better. Well, one thing that I will be doing, see, I could go and I could look for absolutely everything that I want, but I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to be doing it this way. So what I want is a character that's loves construction and no incapabilities at all. So just in case I do need to create something, and not too old. So there's construction capable of social. Nice construction. Oh, here we go. So this is the case. Yeah, that's not bad. That's the one. So this is our person. We may rename her later, but for now it's Haruka. And now we go to the world ones, which I kind of don't care. These are whatever. They come up, they come up. One doesn't like animals, one doesn't like firefighting. We're going to leave it. Pyromaniac, whatever. Undergrounder, that's crap trait as well, because it makes them difficult. Tough but lazy, that one sucks. Outdoorsy and volatile. What a group. So I don't know if I'll like these people, if I really... They're not that great of friends, it seems. Are their ages good? Yeah, their ages are good. Okay, the one thing that we do add is in here, traits, reunion ally. For yeah, but it's supposed to be in there. Did I press something wrong? Reunion ally. Good. That's one too. Reunion ally. Good. I think I pressed something wrong. This isn't my character, is it? Well, whatever. Reunion ally. Reunion ally. So these guys will come up in the game. Just so we remember, we'll rename them once we get there. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And that's that. So that's in the world. Now the colony only has the 1. And yeah. So anyways, we will start it. Just take a little bit. We'll fast forward through it, and I'll show you how our start is, and then we'll continue it next time. Okay, here we are. It's a great party, but definitely not the best you've been to. Halfway through the night, you were done. So potentially someone laced your drink. Now you've awoken inside a pod, punching through the atmosphere of a distant Rimworld. Hopefully your friends haven't suffered the same fate, and if they were the ones behind it, haha, great joke, you guys got me. Aside from the slick, mysterious goo all over your body, you don't want to know. You are totally naked, with no preparations, no supplies, no tools. Can you survive? Alright, here we go. And touchdown and pause. Let's take a look. This is what I mean. This is all that I see out of that map. I like that. Oh, our road is right here. We can actually build our housing right across that. Potentially. Staggered. Anyways, this is where we're going to leave it. And we will continue on afterwards for Elite Naked Brutality. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Right? Bye-bye. Oh hey, before you go, don't forget to punch that like, hammer that subscribe, and tinkle that bell. No, not like that. So that you get reminders when I put up new videos. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.